Say, kids, what time is it?
Good morning. How you doing? Cold out there today, folks. Gonna do a little bit of flopping here, not much. I don't do too many of these, but I'll do them once in a while. How you doing out there in YouTube land, huh? Well, I'm doing okay. As I said in the last video, my wife is home, and she's doing pretty good. Still has problems, but she's doing pretty good. Trying to get back into the groove again. And things are starting to get back to normal. I'm trying to do some Christmas shopping online because I can't get items in the mall anymore because J.C. Penney closed last year, and I used to be able to get something for my wife there. But they're closed, so the mall is basically dead. The Crystal Mall in Waterford. I made a video on that a few years ago. I don't know why they just don't close the place up. But anyways, so I have to go online, and I have terrible, terrible luck working on these websites. Years ago, I bought something, quite a few years ago. I bought a drone, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago, I guess, off of Amazon, and I got the Amazon Prime, and there was free shipping. Of course, I can't fly drones, so I gave it away to Dan of Cool Blue Lights there a couple years ago when I gave him other items like Uncle Dorkle. And at that time, I had no problem. I got the Amazon Prime free trial, which I end up not using and, did not get it. But I got the item quickly, but because it's not worth it for me to get Amazon Prime, it's like $15 a month. That's crazy for what little I buy on Amazon. Now, my wife is buying all the time on Amazon, but she's not on the Prime either. However, I've had problems ordering I ordered a small item for my wife, very small item, just to try it out and see if I can do a little better on it. I wanted to get a little something for my wife, but I wanted to get more, something better on Amazon for her. But I had a lot of problems with Amazon. Years ago, I was on it, as I said, 5, 6 years ago. I don't know. Time just runs by me. I can't keep track of anything anymore. But when I tried to log in, they said there was already a member, I guess, at this email address. So I got another password, and I was able to get into my account. So I ordered the item, and then it had a little thing saying you get a free 15. Let's see. The heck is it? Amazon Prime for 30 days, I think it is. So I clicked on it. All right, and there was free shipping and everything else. Then I get an email back saying that there's suspicious activity on your account and we canceled your Amazon Prime. That's nice. What happens is when you go to check out, you click on Amazon Prime, the free trial. Okay, I did that. And then it kicked back in my email that there's suspicious activity. So I clicked on it again and did it, and I got another. I don't know what's going on. That's the story of my life. I cannot log into my own bank. I have to physically go there. Fortunately, it's in town. So I don't have to worry about going online. My wife has no problem doing these things. I can't do them. And my wife's been on Amazon for years and years. But when it comes to Christmas shopping, I can't have her buy her own Christmas gift. You know, that's crazy. So, surprisingly enough, I got an email a few days later saying the item has been shipped, and there was no charge for the shipping. So this is crazy. What's going on with Amazon? All right. So I got the items yesterday. They came in the mail. So it didn't take long at all, and there was tax on it, Connecticut tax, but there was no shipping charge. That's fine, but I didn't get no note or paperwork or anything with it. I guess you don't when you order from Amazon. All right, so I don't know what that was all about. So yesterday I ordered something else, small item, because I'm ready to order something big for my wife, but I'm not going to get all screwed up. And if it don't work, then I got to go to eBay, because eBay is the only online site that I know how to use. It's easy, it's user-friendly. As long as you get a good seller. I always had good luck with eBay. So anyways, I ordered another item, and I got the same crap again. Suspicious activity on your account, your Amazon Prime is canceled. Because each time I order something, I got to click on the free trial, click the little box, of the Amazon Prime. But this time around, it says a 1 week Amazon Prime. What the hell's going on with this site? So I'm done with Amazon. The hell with them. The only other way I could do it is to just ignore the Amazon Prime and just pay the shipping, which usually is no charge over a certain amount. Okay. So if I buy a big item, then I don't have to worry about the damn stupid Amazon Prime, because in my case, they're not going to give it to me. I'm so frustrated with these online sites. That's why it's sites like DigiKey and all those for electronic stuff. I never order from them. I order from eBay. eBay is much, much, much easier. These other sites are too complicated. So that's where it stands now. So the only other thing I might do, and I don't even know if I can order on Amazon, on Walmart.com. It gets frustrating. Sometimes I just give my wife a nice gift card for something and she can get what she wants, And because I can't go to the mall like I used to do, because the mall is virtually a ghost town, and buy anything. I just can't, because there's just no stores there anymore. I think there's about 5 stores in the mall that's open, and 2 of them are stupid game stores. So, that leaves the local Walmart. And I go through this every year, what to get my wife. I wander through the store from one end to the other. In the women's section, she don't need this, she don't need that, because, I got her. She says I got everything I need, she says, so, So I really don't know. And that's where we're at right now. It's so frustrating, A guy you have no problem with. You just go in, you buy him a tool, you look in the tool section. I have no problems with that, But I always had a lot of problems buying for my wife, every year. But years ago, when we first met, there was a lot of places open in the mall that you could go in there and I could have things engraved and stuff. I have bad luck shopping online because the websites are so confusing to use. And then I get rejected because there's suspicious activity. I'm the only one that's going in there, in the site. Oh, I don't know. story of my life. It's the same way with computers. They're just too confusing to use. I'm still using Windows 7. I got a Windows 11 laptop that I got. My wife and I each got one. And I very rarely use it because Windows 11 is extremely complicated to use. I stumble around trying to find things because it's set up differently. But I got nobody to go to help me with computers anymore, you know. And speaking of that, I haven't been able to get a hold of Jim Asbell for a while, and I found out why. He had surgery done a month and a half or so ago, or 2 months ago. And his son called me on the voicemail and said he passed on, 87 years old. Very sad. I never met the man, no details about exactly what happened. But that was very sad because he was like a very good friend, even though I never met him. He was kind of like my mentor. He helped me on a lot of things, electronics and computers, because I have no one to go to on computers anymore. And, you know, so I don't try these things. If too complicated, I don't use them, and I stay with things that I understand. Same with video editing programs. I stay with what I understand. You know, it's just the way it is. I'm from the old school, and that's it. So, my wife is going to get a new tablet. She had an off-brand tablet, 11-inch off-brand, that don't come on now. She has to fight with it. It keeps, you know, you can't get it started. And there's supposed to be a reset button on it, but you stick a paper clip in. There is no reset hole in it. There is a hole in the side, but that don't work. So she's getting a Samsung Galaxy A Plus. We can't afford the S series because those are like double the price. So I think we stay with a brand name, and you won't have problems with that because my wife likes her computer, laptop, and uses the tablet a lot, and even a phone. She's better at this stuff than I am. I just stick with my desktop computer, and that's what I like to do. It's easier for me to use. I'm used to it, and I lead a boring life when it comes to computers. I don't, no, the smartphone I mentioned before, I don't use one, I mean, might use 10% of the phone. I never use the QC reader. I don't know how to use it. I don't know what it does. I don't buy things with apps because I think you got to use your credit card for that. I don't. When I go to McDonald's, I pay cash, good old cash. So only thing on my smartphone I use is the voicemail and receiving and calling out with the phone. I don't bother checking the weather because when you click on it, you get 100 ads coming through. So if I want to know that, I'll go on my good old desktop and get it by NBCConnecticut.com and get my weather that way if it's not on the television. But on the app and on the phone, I have the app, but it's full of ads. I just don't use it. The same way with watching YouTube videos. The screen is too small, and you get 100 ads in the damn thing. It's no good. So I have played around with the camera on the phone when I first got it, but it's very inconvenient to use a cell phone to take pictures. First of all, I will not, and I mentioned it before, watch a video that's taken in the vertical. In other words, keyhole video. What I call a keyhole, like looking through a keyhole. And people are too lazy to turn the phone horizontally. So you're in the landscape mode. However, it's probably uncomfortable to hold it that way. I got the Bavlov W1 that I'm talking on now. You hold that in the vertical and it gives you the proper picture because it's a camcorder. So when I want to take pictures, I use I use a digital camera. If I want to take videos, I use a video camera such as this. And that's so much easier. I fail to understand how people can use their cell phones when using a small digital camera is much, much better. Much easier to use. Yes, you've got your camera and your phone and everything all in one. However, I'm one that will not, as I mentioned before, watch a video in the vertical, and I see so many of them on YouTube. And when I see them, the title looks good, but when I see it in the vertical, I click off of it. I've unsubscribed to quite a few people that do those, what they call shorts. I mentioned this before. So enough of that. We don't even know if this thing is recording. Yes, it is still recording. That's good. I went to do a video, the last video, the one before that, and the battery was dead in the Bavlov W1 because I probably forgot to charge it. This is a good all-around camera. The Kodak ZE-1s, I've got 3 of them, and Tommy has 2, and all of them, the batteries are all down, and they don't take any more charge. They still show a quarter charge. So the Kodak ZE-1 used to be the to-go camera, and used them for years. So I think it's time I can't even get a Bavlov W1 anymore on eBay because they've gone up in price, and there's a different one out there now. And overall, I think the Bavlov W1 does damn good videos. It only doesn't have a screen on the back, but it takes it has such a wide angle that you just point it and you pretty well covered everything. So I'm doing a little more flapping. I'm not having coffee. I'm sitting out here in the parking lot and just watching the cars go by in the parking lot here. But you know, this new technology stuff is fine, but there's a lot of it I don't understand how to use it. And, you know, if things are too complicated, I just don't do it, you know. I'm in the wrong generation, you know. Be 81 next month. I'm surprised I'm still here. And you know, when you're that old, most of us, not all of us, like Jim Asbell was a very, very smart man. He knew his computers, he knew his electronics, and he knew his math. That's something I don't know, and I stumble with that. He's able to do these things on even the newer technology that I don't. No, I do what I can do, and when I try to do something new, it's frustrating and it don't work for me, so I give up. And it's like these websites, like Amazon. A lot of you are saying, what's the big deal? It's easy. Well, I look at the plane on the screen, it says order, and click on Amazon Prime, and first thing you know, I get an email back saying that there's suspicious activity on my account. I don't have that problem with eBay. I've only had one problem. Years ago on eBay, I ordered something from China, That's what I was in ham radio, 2 meters. I didn't bother renewing my license, not at $35 now, because I never use it anyways. So I don't have any 2-meter equipment anymore anyways. But I ordered a 2-meter rig, which was $65. The price was too good to be true. From China, it got shipped to California, and I never got it. And I got my money back. We're putting an eBay claim in it. And that was the only thing. So I try to avoid buying from a Chinese, well, a seller that, and this happened to be one in Hong Kong. So I try to avoid buying anything from a Chinese seller that's in Hong Kong, because I had bad trouble. And there was activity. The seller was trying to get the money out of my account, and I had my card changed. I have a dedicated credit union card strictly for eBay, and that's all that's on that. And there's probably $19 on it right now, so that's all it's used for. And I also used it on Amazon for that one purchase that I could only do. But overall, it's easy to use eBay. It really is. It's almost impossible. People say, don't buy anything from a seller unless you've got 100% feedback. You're not going to find very many sellers that are 100% feedback. 99.5. I bought a small item, 99.5 positive feedback, and the item has been shipped. Good old eBay. Easy to use. Buy it now, make offer. I never do a bid. Never do the auction. Never, because I get outbidded. And, I always do to buy it now. I never had any problems. But that's the exception. I know you don't want to see this. But that's the exception, folks. I tried a lot of sites to try to order, and when I see something like on Amazon that I want, I tell my wife, and this is what I have to do, I tell my wife, I'll give you the money because you ordered such and such. And she's ordered stuff for me in the past, because she has no problem with Amazon whatsoever. None at all, and she does not have the Prime. So, but when it comes to her own gift that I want to get for her, I can't just say, well, Aunt, I'm going to give you, I want to buy this here for you, I'll give you the money. What kind of a thing is that? You don't do that. When you buy a Christmas gift, it's a surprise. You don't have your own wife get her own Christmas gift online, even though I give her the money for it. I want to be able to do this myself, but I can't do it. The only way I can get it is through eBay, and eBay don't have everything, and you got to be careful too with the sellers. And some of the prices on eBay are higher than sometimes Amazon. My wife wants me to give her an idea of what I want for Christmas. I have no idea. Get me a few micro SD cards, so I'll have them for my cameras and stuff. I don't know. But I was so worried about her that the last thing on my mind is what I want for Christmas. But now she's home, I've been looking, and I have zero luck. I'm having no luck at all. It seems like Walmart and Amazon, they have specials like on tablets and computers and stuff and other items, but when you want something like a good shortwave radio desktop, like a scanner with large readouts and stuff on it, the prices are over $100, $200. I don't need it anyways because I don't have the antennas and stuff like that. So So, and one of the other items I was thinking of getting, I've got it before, a few years back. My wife got me a microscope for working on radios. The problem is, they're not made for working on old radio chassis. They're made for looking at small circuitry. I needed something that I could have a screen up there, which is I don't have the room for in the damn shop anyways, and I haven't been working in the shop in a couple months because it's too cold, and I've been busy running up to the physical rehab center for my wife when she was up there, and between that and before that up at the hospital. But they don't seem to make a camera with a screen on it that you can have several feet, a foot and a half away from the chassis, that'll bring it up on the screen and you can work on the radio chassis. They don't seem to make that. Everything is microscope. You got to be like 2 or 3 inches away or even closer. That's fine for surface mounted components. But when I'm working on a radio, like these battery radios, like I still am working on and I haven't done any more on it, there's no camera setup that'll work. I've tried regular cameras. I can't work under a camera. So I've been looking at those and, not getting anywhere with that either. So I'm not even going to worry about it, But anyways, I'm talking an awful lot here. So we had a good Thanksgiving. We're back on the schedule with the nurses now and the physical therapists and everything. We're getting started back on that again. And that's about it. So there isn't too much else to say. I didn't mean to be so long-winded about online shopping, but I have zero luck with that. And if it wasn't for buying my wife something, and it was something I wanted, I always have her order on Amazon for me or Walmart.com for me, and I pay her for it. So I go to the bank and I drop the money in the account, and then she'll order it, and that's how we do things. But her tablet right now is given a real big problem, so she's going to be getting a Samsung Galaxy A Plus, a 10-inch tablet, I think it is. And that's going to replace the other tablet, because I tried everything, and when it just wouldn't start up. It just come up with a little, like a startup screen, and then it shuts off. And you very faintly can see on the screen, it says restart or power off, and nothing happens when you hit those buttons, and then it just disappears. It's like it's in a weird mode and nothing happens. And the battery's fully charged, so you don't buy those off-brand tablets because they're just no good. You got to get a brand name, and you got to pay through the nose, and that's just the way it is. And she enjoys the tablet. She can play games on it, as well as do all the shopping and stuff like that. So she'll have to set up the Samsung Galaxy when she gets it. But that's one of her Christmas gifts, so I still want to get her something else because she knows she's getting the Samsung Galaxy. So I have to hunt around online and try to get her something that I think she may like. When it comes to buying for women, I have a lot of trouble. I always did. But when we were younger, when we were dating, I had no problem buying stuff for her because I can always get her a little something, and she enjoyed it. And I don't mean for Christmas, but any time I go out and you collect these little piggies and stuff, ceramic and stuffed things. We got rid of a lot of them years ago because the whole house was full of them. She's still got probably 100 of them on the entertainment center that I built. So whenever I wanted to get a little something, I never had any problem years ago. But now, it's more practical items that she needs. And when it comes to clothes, only her can buy those, because I'm no good at that stuff. And so she does all that online herself. So that's pretty much it, folks. I want to thank you for all those well wishes. My wife coming back home for Thanksgiving. Got a lot of thumbs up on it. I appreciate it. And I also appreciate the thumbs up on the Jewett City video. There was a radio up there, that wooden cathedral radio that Tommy was looking at. And if I was there, I don't think I would have bought it unless it was real cheap, because I just don't have the room. I'm going to get back home now. Whatever it is you do, don't put off tomorrow what you can do today, because you may like it today and you might want to do the whole thing again tomorrow. Good day.